Okay. Amber, you got anything else to say?
Oh, did you miss? I missed you.
Ladder. Can I take the ladder?
You need a ladder to get inside?
Well, the door's up there.
When you don't have much, you'll do what you can to protect it.
You need a...
Oh, I can't take it.
When you don't have...
Parabolic.
What is this for?
Blaine used it to capture messages from above. He might as well have worn a tinfoil hat. He got picked on a lot for things like that.
But he was right.
What's better, living in ignorance or social ostracism?
Okay. Back to the... Oh, I can go to the black market. I can go to the hub. I can go to the residential zone. Grigor's house. Let's go back to the residential zone. Obviously, I can't win that contest yet. Oh, Grigor's house is like right there. Door. Ooh, trickster. Let's go talk to this trickster.
Why, hello there, sweet lady. I haven't seen you around these parts before. Care to make a wager on a game of chance?
Sure.
How's it work?
It's very simple. 1 gold coin, 3 cups. You find where the coin is hiding and it's yours. Only 5 work units to play. Care to try your luck?
How does this work again?
I hide the coin under one of the cups, and you have to guess which one. If you guess correctly, you win my gold coin.
I've seen this before. It's not a game, it's a con.
You wound me, lovely lady. I'm an honest businessman. Come on, give it a try.
What can you tell me about this place?
This is the residential zone, where all the hard-working wage slaves who toil in the factories come to rest their heads.
What's around here?
There's the market, the bar, and the residences.
Don't the police ever give you any trouble for, gambling?
Don't make me laugh. The cops care about one thing, and that's making sure everyone does their job in the factory every day. All day. They could care less about what we do when we're not at work.
That's kind of depressing, man.
Yeah, but it's great for business.
Okay, so let's play the coin game. Okay, it's on the right, left.
Let's go. Where's the coin?
Right here.
Or here? No, it wasn't there. Try again if you want. The prize is now at 30,000 credits.
Cheetah.
Did I not lose anything? I don't get it. Okay,
Let's go. Where's the coin?
It's the
Here
same
or here?
motion, so it's gonna be here, but it's not gonna be there.
No, it wasn't there. Try again.
Cheetah.
Okay, so what if I just pick a different one? I mean, am I not losing anything for playing this game?
Let's go.
Yeah, not there either.
No,
Go figure. Okay, so let's... I can't talk... Can I talk to him in the middle of playing this game?
Let's go. Where's the coin? Here?
I can't do anything else, huh? No, you have to pick one. So, am I gonna have to, like, slip my coin underneath his,
Well, that didn't work.
Let's try one more thing, and then we'll walk away from him for a while, because I have a feeling that he's not really useful for anything.
Let's go.
That this game isn't, at least.
Well, that didn't work.
Okay, no. I was trying to slip the coin underneath it or something, but whatever.
No,
Okay, so I'm going to leave. And go to the door.
Looks like the entrance to the apartment's above, but I'd rather not try unless it's absolutely necessary. Lot of suspicious and hostile people around here.
Okay. Jumpsuit.
Seems to be a standard Sector 8 jumpsuit.
Well, we can either wear that or go naked. And trust me, you wouldn't want to go naked under the acid leaks on that ceiling.
So, I want to get that and put the skeleton in it, I'm assuming.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Seems to...
Okay, can't do much with that then. Grigor's house. Excuse me. Okay, let's go back to the center. There's one more area to go check out, if I recall. There was the train. Yeah, that's right. Let's go to the train.
A mobile sardine can to carry us working fishies to and from the factory to the residences.
Oh, so
A
can I
mobile
not take
sardine.
it? Talk to the policeman again?
You know there's a black market operating right under your nose, right?
You mean the market?
The black market, yes.
I was British out there, don't be such a racist. Okay, so let's talk to you
A
about
guy
the
in
murder.
the market told me about a murder 10 years ago. A former overseer. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, of course, it was a big deal back then. How folks were suspected wasn't pretty.
I'm looking for something the overseer carried on that day. Could you tell me where I might find it?
It was on him at the time, likely still at the station.
Oh, great! Excellent! So I can just go and get it?
No, you can't.
What? Why?
It's evidence the case is still open.
After 10 years?
Look, the case hit a dead end, but we can't just ignore it. It's the murder of an overseer, right? Until someone's caught, it's going to stay open. Okay.
Okay, so who's handling the case?
Nobody, it's a cold case. It's 10 years old. Nobody's wasting their time, and these days it'll never be solved.
So you're saying I need to solve it. That's what you're really saying.
Go and try, sweetheart. Okay.
Can you at least give me a list of the items the overseer had that day?
We check our PDA. Okay, wait, here it is. He had his lunch for the day, a gold coin, and his wallet with identification.
A gold coin. Perfect. That's what I needed to know.
Whatever, I don't care what was in his pocket, I just care who killed him, right?
So if I can solve it, can I get his personal effects?
He's been dead for 10 years. I'll tell you what, if you solve it, and I doubt you're going to, and if you let me take the credit, you can have all his fucking things.
All right. Let me have access to the evidence and let me interrogate the suspects. I'll see what I can do.
No, I can't do that either. At least I can't give you access. I can't give you access to the evidence. Of course, I can't keep you talking from whoever you like. But you can't just run up all the substances without interrogating them either. That could come back on me, and I'm not going to let you make me look
So
like an asshole.
what can I do?
You can talk to whoever you want, like I said. I'll give you the names of witnesses, and you can see if you can get some information from their statement, or something from their statements. And well, if the doctor wants to give you his forensic report, that's up to him. Okay, so I'm going to get the forensic report, probably. Jesus Christ, man.
Can you at least tell me what you remember of that day, just so I have a place to start?
Let's see, this was 10 years ago, like I said. His victim was a former factory overseer. If you can believe it, the factory was even worse back then. That stench was horrible. Everyone around here was always trying to cover it with something.
Why was the smell so...
As well as they're using different mix for the generators, I don't know. And the ventilation in there was even worse than it is now. The stench just clung to
Interesting.
everything.
What else do you remember?
Well, the suspect, we called them the Chain because they all worked on the same line. Whoops, oh shoot. They were always fighting with each other, with the overseer. I don't know, they had a love-hate thing going. You have to understand. They practically lived in the Chain because there was always so much work to be done. Oh, such a long dialogue tree.
Can you tell me about the murder weapon?
Arm was that it was a blunt weapon of some kind. No, if we ever identified exactly what it was. Forensic report never narrowed it down. And of course the suspect had an object either from work or home. You know, they could have been the murder weapon. Is it a
But
telescope?
couldn't the killer have used another subject's weapon?
You'd think that, but when they would go to work, they each had a locker for their things, right? Fingerprint scanner, so nobody could open anyone else's locker. We checked them all, and all were clean. So the murderer must have cleaned the weapon after using it and put it back in his locker.
And I'm going to start asking around.
Good luck, you're gonna need it. Please be done with this dialogue tree. sweetheart. Hey, I wanted to see the other question.
What is it with you? Not like things aren't complicated enough already. Now we have to solve a murder from 10 years ago without the evidence or anything to help us? I knew you were kinky. I had no idea you were a masochist.
I am not kinky, I am sophisticated. We can do
Okay.
this. We have to do this. Relax. Alicia and Frankie, the detective duo. It'll be great.
Okay, Miss One Half of the detective duo. Let me ask you something. Why were you so curious about the fact that the place stunk? Everything down here stinks.
Most people forget details of things over the years. What they remember is what struck them most, right? Details that had a particular impact. A color, a smell, a taste. You can use it to sometimes trigger other memories. See, it smelled so bad. Oh, right, I remember. Like that.
I take it back. You may possibly know what you're doing.
Okay, let me get this.
Please give me the names of the witnesses.
Checking. Right. Okay. There was Molly. They lost to dialogue. But Molly was there next to the old woman. I mean, she was ancient even back then. It surprised me that she remembers anything about the murder. Let alone she had for lunch today. Oh, the Dr. Cure, who was at Apprentices. Then there was the overseer, the current overseer, I mean, the idiot who let the factory get sabotaged. And poor Grigor.
I'm sorry. Poor Grigor? Why do you say that?
It's always horrible, even for folks down here. His parents died when he was very young, then his twin brother a couple years after. He's a sad, lonely guy. Okay, there's more on the
Could you
witnesses.
give me the names of the witnesses again?
Okay, I got it. Old woman, start with you. You're right here. Ugh. Too much dialogue. Way too much dialogue. The murder.
I'm investigating the murder of the last overseer. I'm told you were a witness to what happened that day?
Oh, yes. I worked in the kitchen back in those days. I had quite a good relationship with everyone. They were good guys.
Do you mind if I record what you say so I can refer to it later?
Not at all. You just go ahead and do your job, dearie.
Device, or is it my PDA?
Please tell me about the day of the murder.
Well, I wasn't working at the factory itself, but I heard all the noise and commotion and I went to see what was happening. And there he was, poor Sean lying there, bleeding on the ground. And everyone on the chain, it was very tense. They were good guys, like I said, but they had a stormy relationship with each other, it's true. I remember them all. James, he fixed the tables. He'd been a carpenter, you see. Then Nathan and Bill, and there was Tom with that huge flashlight of his. It was shining like a beacon when the lights went out. Good guys, but, well, we all have darkness in our hearts, don't we, dearie?
I suppose we all do, yes. Thank you for talking to me.
So just a bunch of random people
Take
you gave
care.
me that were around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go get the file. Wait. What the hell did I just get? Oh, is this her recorded statements? Okay. I'm gonna use them and like hold a trial.
Heavy, reinforced, and with a bioseal around the frame of the door. In stark contrast to what you find on the inside. A thin curtain would have been more appropriate.
Okay, so let's talk to him about the murder.
I'm told to give you access to the forensic report on the murder of the previous overseer. I see you took my advice to keep your head down and stay out of trouble.
Kinda goes against my genetics, I'm afraid.
Good for you.
Okay.
Doctor, do you mind if I record our conversation to reference later?
Go right ahead.
So, what do you remember?
Not as much as I should, I'm afraid, given that it was my first autopsy. I was still apprenticing for Dr. Van Doe. It was chaos. The police didn't know what to do. Everyone was in an uproar. I remember that there were multiple suspects with motive and opportunity. One of them, I can't recall which one, I'm afraid. He'd been rather cruelly treated by the overseer.
I'm sorry. What does that mean?
Well, there was never evidence of physical abuse, but there were certainly reports of verbal abuse, shall we say? Humiliation, teasing. Wasn't ever verified, of course. I just remember the man who worked next to the one being abused. Oh, it kills me that I can't remember their names. Anyway, that man told me about it. I do remember that because the man who told me smelled like a peppermint. Every time he opened his mouth, it came out in waves. He was very fond of his breath mints.
Okay.
Anything else?
Well, there was a rumor about the old overseer. He wasn't just a bully, but he was also something of a ladies' man as well. People said he'd been sleeping with the security officer's wife, you see.
Sounds like a charming man.
I can't say. Anyway, when we arrived at the crime scene, the police had already searched everyone on the chain. All of them had something that could have served as a weapon. One had a dumbbell, one had a flashlight, one had a baseball bat, if you can believe it. The man working beside the one who was being teased, that one had a crowbar. So many possible weapons.
And any of those could have been the murder weapon.
Oh no, Sean was killed by a blow to the head from a shovel. I'm sure of it.
Oh, so a shovel. Okay.
A shovel? You're positive? Did you tell the police?
No, I told you my mentor, Dr. Van Doe. He disagreed, thought the evidence was inconclusive. We argued about it, but I'm absolutely positive that Sean was killed by a blow from a shovel. It's a very characteristic wound, not a question in my mind about it.
All right, good. At least that gives me the murder weapon. Thank you, Dr. Cure.
I wish you luck. Even after all this time, I would still like to see some justice served.
So it makes me wonder why the other guy...
I guess that's it.
Good. You better get moving.
The other doctor thought it was inconclusive. I got statements. Did I get that file? Okay, I want to look at the statements. I don't want to listen to them all again.
So,
Not as much. I was still apprentice. I remember
What
one
is-
of them. I can't recall which one, I'm afraid. He'd been rather cruelly treated by the overseer.
Really treated.
I'm sorry. What does that mean?
Well,
guy
there
with
was
the
never
peppermint.
evidence of physical abuse, but verbal abuse, humiliation, wasn't ever verified. Oh, it kills me that I can't remember. Anyway, that man, I do remember that because
Smell like
the man,
peppermints.
every time it was,
Okay.
well, people, the man,
Did you...
he did,
Thank-
Okay, keep going. Let's get out of here. I want the file.
Patient files. This place...
Didn't you just give me the file? Why didn't you give me the file?
The... This thing is... No.
Okay, let's just get out of here. Let's go talk to... Well, I can fast travel there, can I? Well, it doesn't really matter now. Oh, no, excuse me. It wasn't the black market. The residence is. Never said anything about Horn. So Horn must not be part of this. But Molly was. Trickster wasn't anything to do with this either. Oh,
There's a
Elliot's
guy
good with
out
the
there.
Trickster.
There's lots of guys out there, if that's what you're into.
No, I mean the
Oh.
guy who's running that card game.
Ah,
It's not
you
a
mean
card
the
game, by the
lying
way.
cheat.
Yes.
He cheats?
Of course he cheats. Nobody's that good or that lucky.
If he cheats, why do people still play with him?
Because some people are really, really stupid.
So how does he do it?
Do what?
You know what? How does he cheat at the game?
You think if I knew the answer to that, I'd just tell you for free?
It'd be a nice change of pace. You tell me how he cheats. I'll figure out how to beat him. He'll be humiliated.
Knowing how he does it and beating him are two different things, kid.
I'm very motivated.
He's got a magnet. It's that simple. He uses the magnet on the coin after he's shown it, but before the game begins.
So no matter if you pick the right card, it's not there.
It's not a
Because it's
card.
not even on the table.
Exactly. Now go humiliate him.
It's not a card, you moron.
Excuse me, Molly? I'm investigating the murder of the last overseer. I was told you were a witness.
That was 10 years ago.
Would you mind if I record our conversation so I can review it later?
Why would I mind?
To start, can you
Okay.
tell me what happened that
Next
day?
statement.
Yeah, someone caved in his skull. He was bleeding like a stuck pig.
Anything more? Like maybe what you were doing? Anything else you remember?
Oh, come on. It was so long ago. Shit. Let me think. I was outside waiting for Nathan. We'd been dating. Just, having fun. He was the first in the chain, so he was always the first out when their shift was done.
Did Nathan talk to you about his work on the chain?
He complained about it, of course. He worked beside... Oh, I can't remember his name. You believe that? He'd been a cleaner before going on the chain. He and Nathan got along. I think because they both disliked Gustav, who also worked with them. They would go on about how Gustav was jealous of Sean, how he wanted the overseer's job. I never paid much attention, to tell the truth. I just wanted to have a good time. That's all they ever wanted, to have a good time.
That good time got someone killed.
You know what? People die here all the time. If you're lucky, you maybe find someone to make your life a little better, to give you a tumble, to hold you in their arms long enough to forget your misery. That's maybe the best you can get anywhere. I try to enjoy the little pleasures I find.
Right. Well, thank you. If you think of anything else, will you let me know?
Sure, but I won't. It was a long time ago, kid. Sorry.
Okay, so got all the murder statements.
Maybe
See
I'll
what's
have
on
a
the menu.
beer.
Great. You want that straight from the hose, or should I break the crust on the vat and get you a pitcher?
Maybe I won't have a beer.
I want a beer.
Okay, I have to ask. What is slurge? I've never even heard of it.
If you have to ask, you don't want to know.
Okay. I can't do the drinking contest, obviously.
See ya, Molly.
See ya, kid.
What could I do about this whole magnet thing over here, though? I don't think I have anything that would be able to combat a magnet right now, do I? I have arc credit.
No.
I'm still thinking if I swap... Wait, is the amulet magnetic or anything?
Nope. Negative function.
So the coin is not even on the table. I need to get this coin.
Interesting, but pointless.
A non-magnetic coin or something like that. Or can I use a hook?
No joy there?
I don't think I have anything I can combat with this yet. Can I use this remote on the door, maybe? Oh, wait. I don't... Should I go in this door yet?
Looks like a lot of
No, so she doesn't want to go in there. Let's go... Can I just go back to Grigor's house from here? Okay, so I can. So this is the back of the residence, which I did not actually realize before. Maybe Grigor can tell me what happened. We'll get his statement about it. He's gonna cry. Oh, let's talk
What's
about
the deal with the
trickster.
guy out there with the 3 cards? He
It's
looks
not
like he's got a racket.
cards.
He does have a racket. You can't beat him. Don't even bother trying. He cheats. I know how, but he cheats.
Hey, Grigor, what do you know about the old overseer of the plant, Sean, the one who was murdered?
What? Sasha's friend? Why are you even asking me about that?
Oh, you didn't hear. Alicia's decided to solve cold cases while she's here.
Are you out of your mind? Why would you want to create more trouble?
I get bored easily. Relax, I've got this. Grigor, the old overseer, Sean. He had one of your brother's coins. The only way to get it out of police evidence is to solve Sean's murder. So help me out and tell me what you remember.
Well, okay. What do you need?
Can I record this first?
I'm recording this so I can refer to it later. So you know. Start with what you remember. The police say you were a witness?
Yeah, I was there. It was a very busy day. People in and out of Sean's office arguing with him. Then, I don't know, all of a sudden Sean was lying there, bleeding, and everybody started shouting.
Do you remember anything about the men who worked the chain? They were all suspects in the murder.
I don't really remember it.
Nothing? How they looked? What they wore? Maybe even how they smelled?
You know, I remember one of them stank of coffee. Yeah, the guy who sat next to the engineer, he just reeked of coffee.
I don't suppose you remember their names, or at least their position in the chain?
I don't. I didn't really know them, only by reputation and gossip. But I kind of remember their positions on the chain. I mean, the two I just mentioned, they sat side by side. And the guy who was the baseball fan, he sat next to the guy whose wife was cheating on him.
Guy's wife was cheating on him, so cheating on him with the new overseer. No, the old overseer. Yeah, the old overseer was the one
Okay,
that
so tell
was
me about the
released.
rumors, the gossip, like that. Who had motive?
All of them. They always threatened Sean. They threatened each other. They were a rough crew. I remember one of them, the day of the murder. He and Sean were arguing like mad because Sean owed him money. And this guy, he brought his weights to work. Just started doing reps with them, trying to intimidate Sean. Didn't work. Sean wasn't afraid of any of them.
All right, Grigor. Thanks. I'll see if this helps at all.
Okay.
Grigor.
I like
that. I'm gonna go talk to the old or the new overseer who's over at the black market. Watch it be like this guy, and nobody can remember it was the one dude who's.
I was wondering if you might answer
Different.
a few questions about the murder of your predecessor.
So, did I record that as a statement too? Can I steal a bottle, please?
It's a rather... Look at the
Interesting.
What? Does Horn know anything? I still gotta open that safe. I haven't seen anything that is gonna be like numbers to me to know. It'd just be like shooting in the dark. Maybe these engineers know anything, even though they weren't part of the suspect list. They don't want to talk anything new. Let's go back and talk to that police officer again. Ooh, solved case. Really?
I think I know who did it. Can we bring the suspects in and try to close the case?
You know, I've been watching your progress or lack thereof, and you haven't even spoken to all the witnesses yet. Who are the other witnesses? I don't care if you waste your time, but I won't let you waste mine. Don't even try to solve the case until you talk to all the suspects, okay? Who did I miss?
Could you give me the names of the...
Molly, I talked to her. The old woman, I talked to her. Dr. Cure, I talked to him. The overseer of the current factory, I talked to him. And Grigor, I did talk to all the witnesses. I talked to every single witness. Let me make sure I got... So, I guess I theoretically haven't talked to... He's probably going to sit right here, over this dark spot. I need to do something to go talk to the guy who... The current overseer, but I don't know what I should do to be able to talk to him.